Okuplok. 23,000 enemies in a sequence of extremely challenging fights. Many players believe this map is beyond their abilities. I'm here to help with that. This is Coincident, and you are watching a search for the most survivable strategies with the goal of beating Okuplok without mid-fight save games. It's time for the third fight in the map, the Archvile Cave. It is of easy difficulty when compared to other fights in the map. After escaping from the Mastermind prison, you wander into this cave with 4 Arachnotrons, a Cyber Demon, and many Mancubi from the cliff outside. However, the big threat only appears when you step out of the cave, and a closet with 16 Archviles opens up behind you. The Cyber Demon guards an SSG and a total of 52 shells, and the Archviles guard 400 cells and a supercharge. You do not have the BFG yet, and it's hard to keep the Archviles at bay with just rockets and plasma. If they all run towards you at once, you might get overrun, and if the Archviles resurrect too many monsters, you might run out of ammo. To prevent that, let's prepare the arena first. You want no monster corpses in the area to avoid resurrections. So you want to move the Arachnotrons back before you kill them, and you want to kill the Mancubi on the cliff before they come inside. When you first enter the cave, hug the north wall and move slowly until the Arachnotrons pop up. Note that the barriers that keep the Mancubi outside remained shut. Now move all the way back to the Imp staircase and kill the Arachnos here. Once you open the barriers, I recommend to fire 50 rockets outside. This is not enough to kill all the Mancubi, but if you shoot more rockets, you'll have an ammo problem later. These 50 rockets only kill the Mancubi that are closer, to have enough time to go call Mr. Cyber Demon, who will deal with the rest of the Mancubi for us. So wake up the Cyber, hide in this corner to drag him out, and move close to the exit. Then swap positions with the Cyber and try to stay within this area. This is the best spot to provoke the Mancubi to fire at you from a distance and make the Cyber Demon take the damage. Never shoot at the Cyber so he gets as much aggro as possible from the Mancubi. After a while, he should move outside, but do not follow him. This line on the floor will trigger the Archviles. I usually take advantage of this time to grab the SSG and any rockets I left behind. By the way, here's an important note about crossing corners. Never cross a corner close to the edge. If there's a fireball on the other side, you'll have no time to dodge it and take unnecessary damage. Instead, always cross corners from a distance and give yourself some time to react to any incoming projectiles. After the Cyber Demon dies, fire as many rockets as necessary to kill the remaining Mancubi on the right side of the cliff, or make sure they are stuck and not moving forwards. You don't want the Mancubi to get inside the cave while you're fighting the Archviles. Now that you're prepared for them, it's time to trigger the trap. First, stand in this exact spot where the Mancubi have no line of sight on you. This is very important. If you don't do this, there might be incoming fireballs that hit the Archviles, who then run outside, resurrecting all the Mancubi that the Cyber just killed. You do not want that to happen. So hide here, and when you feel ready, take one step back and start shooting at the same time. Now onto the pièce de résistance, the Archvile fight itself. You can choose to hide east towards the Mastermind prison, or hide west towards the Cyber Demon corner. Or you can choose not to hide at all. Yeah, let's start with the wild, most aggressive strategy number 1, Reckless. You want to keep in front of the Archviles to maximize on the rocket's splash damage. When they start to target you, move to the west corner and use the wall to break the line of sight of the rightmost Archvile that is about to zap you. If needed, you can go all the way deep into the west corner. Now, if recklessness is not your cup of tea, don't worry. There's 2 other strategies that make this encounter a lot safer. Strategy number 2, hide in the west corner. Start the fight the same way and immediately run deep into the west corner. As long as you stay here, the Archviles will remain in their closet. This is because in Doom, monsters move directly to your position. Now slowly bring the Archviles closer one by one To do that, move a bit forward, get back into position, and wait for them to reach you. Repeat this process for a while, and then you can run outside and finish off the stragglers. Now let's take a look at strategy number 3, hide in the east side. Start the fight from the same spot and immediately run all the way east. You want to take cover to the north, not to the south. Standing on the south will drag all the archviles out of their closet and you'll get overrun. Even on the north side, this spot does not give you as much cover as the previous strategy does, but at least you can see the archviles approaching from a distance. Now, before examining the strengths and weaknesses of each strategy, let's take a look at some statistics first. I ran each of these strategies 20 times each in equal conditions. Can you guess which one is the most survivable? Pause the video now and write your answer in the comments. All done? Good. Here are my results. The Reckless strategy had a 65% survival rate, and I took an average damage of 83. 5% of the time I survived the whole fight without taking any damage. The average time of completion was 45 seconds, and I used an accumulated total of 111 units of ammunition. The West Corner strategy had an 80% survival rate and an average damage of 71. 20% of the time I survived the whole fight without taking damage. The average time was 2 minutes and 52 seconds, and I used a total of 232 units of ammunition. The East Side strategy had an 85% survival and an average damage of 56. 45% of the time I survived the fight without taking damage. Average time was 1 minute and 20 seconds, and I used 195 units of ammo. The Reckless strategy was, non-surprisingly, the fastest and most ammo efficient. However, survivability wasn't great because of how much you pull the archviles from their closet. If you're unlucky, you get overrun. The West strategy is the slowest and least ammo efficient because you're engaging the enemy one by one. However, that secures a much higher survival rate and lower damage taken. It is rare to get overrun with this strategy, but there's a small chance of a big problem happening. Even though you start hidden from the Mancubi, you still need to cross over to the west side. And when you do, there's a very small chance that the Mancubi start shooting. If you're really unlucky, one of the fireballs hits an Archvile, which will then run outside resurrecting everything. If that happens, you will run out of ammo. The east side strategy does not have that problem, and therefore has the highest survivability. Furthermore, there's no damaging floor here, and you have space to fire rockets without self-damage. This means you can beat the fight with 0 damage almost half the time. But this strategy is not perfect. Things can go wrong if you stay south for too long. If too many Archviles run towards you at once, they might start entering the prison, resurrecting Barons and Revenants, and completely negating your cover. So try to stay as north as possible. For the third video in a row, these results surprised me. I used to go for the west corner, but ever since I ran these numbers, I swapped for the east strategy, and it's a noticeable improvement. But always remember that results may vary. These numbers are all biased to my own playstyle. Try the strategies yourself and see what works best for you. Only with practice will you find your own true way of eradicating the Archviles, and then maybe you'll be up for the next challenge. Do you know about other saveless strategies for this fight? Please comment your ideas below. I'm always curious about different ways to approach these challenges, and more than just myself, the rest of the community would love to know as well. Good luck and happy face rockets! Oh no, the cyber, no!